Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews.
Mini reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Noel, the Big D to you. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So I'm back with another mini reviews vid. Now, though this was to be a solo review for one of these films, but since I've watched another type of scary movie, because this, due to the way I sounded in the intro, it's another pair of scary flicks and what have you. So it's gonna be a double helping in mini reviews. So I'm gonna be tackling two more recent flicks and what have you. One's kind of a fright fest in ways based on a video game, and one is one crazy, suspenseful, horrifying, dark comedy. So, and like always, these will be spoiler free, and I'll be as quick on these as I can. Now, if you're ready, let's get on with the show. Here's our first mini review for this video. Okay, the first main review will be on the 2025 dark fantasy comedy horror flick Death of a Unicorn from A24, written and directed by Alex Sharfman in his directorial debut, starring Paul Rudd along with Jenna Ortega as a father and daughter who accidentally kill a unicorn, causing them to be hunted down by its parents. This also has Will Poulter, Taya Leone, and Richard E. Grant. The film came out on March 28, 2025. It kind of slightly underperformed, though, despite getting mixed reviews. So apparently, it's about Elliot Kenter and his daughter, well, teenage daughter, Ridley, who are spending a weekend at the estate of Elliot's boss, Odell Leopold, and his family, consists of his wife Belinda and son Shepard. On the way, Elliot accidentally strikes and injures a small unicorn with his car. When Ridley touches its horn, she experiences strange cosmic visions, which Elliot abruptly stops by bludgeoning the creature with a tire iron, splashing blood on them both. Well, apparently they hide the unicorn's body in their car. But soon the Leopolds eventually discover that the unicorn is still alive, and upon learning that it has magical healing properties, Odell suggests they experiment on it. And apparently, they create, well, a group of scientists working for the family, led by Dr. Song, create a concoction by grating off some of the unicorn's horn, which cures Odell of his cancer. That is really something. But apparently, Ridley has found out something really, well, that's really, well, I really don't want to tell you anymore after reading the story behind the unicorn tapestries. That's all the story I will give to you, so just watch it and what have you if you can. This film kind of underperformed, making 16.1 million worldwide on its $15 million budget. So anyway, the film's reviews were okay. It got 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying receiving some sparkle from Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega's father-daughter rapport. This film's broad satire is a bit too on the horn, but makes for an entertainingly splattery creature feature. Metacritic has a score of 51, and CinemaScore audiences gave it a B minus. The New York Times found the satirical elements of the film unconvincing, writing that the jokes about class consciousness don't land hard at all. The reviewer also singled out Ortega's acting as among the best parts of the film and as providing the story just enough heart. Yeah, I will say that Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, who play father and daughter Elliot and Ridley, are absolutely really good that really stand out in this film. Definitely. Anyway, now the film also has music from Dan Romer and can't really pronounce the other person's last name. Well, first name. But anyway, the score's not too bad. I really like the direction and writing that it went, but it does have a few issues though. But I'm not going to get into those and what have you. But even so, Like the poster says, Payback is a beast. I thought some of the kills that was given by the grown-up unicorns who were kind of monstrous and what have you once you see them and what have you. Man, that was really something. Aside from Rudd and Ortega, for the rest of the cast, we have. Let me see. Playing Odell is Richard E. Grant, who I've known from numerous films and what have you. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, a lot of them, including Spice World, The Little Vampire, Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties, where he voiced the character Preston. Oh, believe me, the list could go on for this guy. All right, now then. Now, playing his son Shepard is Will Poulter, who most people would remember him from The Maze Runner, as well as Eustace from The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Yeah, really cool to see him in this. For the rest of the cast, we have Anthony Cargan as the Leopold's butler, Grip, Sunita Mai as Dr. Bata, the scientist, and Stephen Park as Dr. Song. They weren't too bad. Jessica Hines played Shaw, the Leopold family personal assistant, and Taya Leone played Belinda, Odell's wife. I will say she's pretty good in this. So it has a pretty good cast. It might have some issues, but it does have some pretty good kills though, and not too bad of a fun-filled thrill ride and what have you. So this Fright Fest of a dark fantasy satire, it's really something. Check out Death of a Unicorn. I think it's on Physical Media now, but if it's not, just wait for it. Or if not, it's available to stream on HBO Max. I think this film's pretty good in some ways. For my score, I'm gonna give Death of a Unicorn 3.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this a 7. Now to the next me review. The next me review will be on the 2025 survival horror flick Until Dawn, released by Screen Gems along with PlayStation Productions and Vertigo Entertainment, directed by David H. Sandberg, with screenplay by Gary Doberman and Blair Butler, who both co-wrote the story together. The film is based on the video game of the same name that was released in 2015. It's set in the same universe while featuring an original standalone story that expands upon the game's mythology. The film stars Ella Rubin, Michael Cimino, Odessa Azian, I think I'm pronouncing it right. No, Zion, excuse me, Jaeyoung Yu, and Belmont Camille as a group of friends who end up in a secluded area embedded with a time loop mechanic. A threat is out to hunt them where dying restarts the night with a new threat each time, and the only solution is to survive until morning. Pierre Stormare actually appears as well because he reprises his role from the actual video game, which I've never played. The film did fine and what have you, despite mixed reviews. See, it follows Clover, her boyfriend, well, ex-boyfriend, Max, and their friends Nina and Megan, Nina's boyfriend Abe. They're retracing the steps of Clover's missing sister Melanie. They stop at a gas station from which Melanie had previously sent a message, and Clover meets the station attendant Hill and claims that people tend to go missing near a mining town called Glore Valley. They drive there, but heavy rainfall forces them to seek shelter at a visitor center. And there, Abe finds a wall filled with posters of missing persons, including Melanie. Nina signs into the center's guest book, while downstairs the group finds another house underneath. While in the poster room, Abe is attacked and killed. Yeah. apparently, after some killings happened, they awaken on the first night with a new additional guest book signature and what have you. And they soon find out that night is repeating, indicated by an hourglass in the main room. Now, from what I've seen of this film's really strange and what have you. But I do like how it feels like that it has a time loop feel, like what we had done with the Happy Death Day films. And again, well, I've never played Until Dawn because, well, I don't really have a PlayStation 4 nor a PlayStation 5. Uh, but anyway, I'm sure it would be. But I'm sure the game's pretty cool though, and what have you. I think I've read some reviews on that. But anywho, Until Dawn proved to be a pretty shocker and what have you. But it kind of kept me baffled at times until I learned what had been going on. It was because of the hourglass. But anyway, I'm not telling you any more. But one thing I did like about this was its kills and what have you. Like some of the kills are pretty gory and what have you. That I felt like really did pretty well. The film did all right, going on to make 53 million worldwide on its $15 million budget. So it was a modest hit and what have you. So anyway, now this film sets at 53% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying the film has a novel premise by rewinding the clock repeatedly to deliver multiple horror movies in one, but a lack of inspiration in each new variation yields a spoil of diminishing returns rather than riches. Well, that's understandable in why you see. This is why I'm kind of mixed on this. Metacritic has a score of 47, audiences polled by CinemaScore gave this a C+, and those surveyed by PostTrack gave it a 63% overall positive score, with 42% saying they would recommend it. Vulture wrote that it has a pile of ideas that threaten to collapse the movie under its own weight, but praised the creativity and meta commentary on the slasher genre. The reviewer of this, Louis Peitzman, or I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, concluded that the film was saved by its humor, comparing it favorably to The Cabin in the Woods. So anyway, yeah. So I'm not gonna get into two more reviews. I want to make this short and let you know the rest. The film was directed by David F. Sandberg, who also directed Lights Out as well as Annabelle Creation and the Shazam films. Now, I've got to give him credit for what he did in his direction. It was really good. Story's not too bad. It does, as I've said, some of them kept me baffled a bit in my view, but even so, I still like the little time, reverse time and what have you, like what we got in the Happy Death Day films and other films. The score by Benjamin Wallfish, well, that wasn't too bad. For our cast, we have Ella Rubin playing Clover. She was fine. Michael Cimino played Max. Good. Odessa Azion, who recently appeared on CBS's hit comedy Ghost a few times as the ghost of the person who got killed like at prom or something. Yeah, played Nina. She wasn't too bad. Ji Young Yu played Megan. Well, she's fine. Belmont Cameli played Abe. Oh, and also we have Maya Mitchell playing Melanie and reprises role from the game itself, Peter Stormare as Dr. Hill, the psychologist. So the cast isn't too bad and what have you. Well, some of them might have could have used a little more showing in what have you. But of the whole, I found Until Dawn pretty bloody and gory, and I did. And again, as I said already, I liked the direction of David F. Sandberg. Pretty good, and I did like the kills and what have you. So check out. I think the film should be on physical media now, and the film is currently now available to stream on Netflix. For my score, I'm going to give Until Dawn 3 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 6.5. So that's going to do it for this mini reviews vid. What did you think of these? Have you seen Death of a Unicorn or Until Dawn? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me next time when I bring to you the first of 2 new anniversary reviews, and the first will be Nutty Professor 2: The Clumps. So if you like this, check out these previous mini reviews vids. In the upper left-hand corner is the one with the first 3 Blumhouse films that came out this year, which were Wolfman, The Woman in the Yard, and The Drop. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see the previous one that included a few films, including a real film that bombed so hard, which you'll probably know what it is. Or if you would like maybe another Fright Fest from Mr. Sandberg, check out my review of Annabelle Creation in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.